Nixie here, and finally I have the template for you for the Plague Doctor mask. So I'm just gonna ask you to stay till the end so I can teach you what to do and how to do the whole thing. Alright, so I have 3 PDF files in the descriptions box. Plague Doctor Mask Template 1 and Plague Doctor Mask Template 2. Print those on a 8.5 by 13 inches typing paper. The third file is a reference image. It's a guide and such, so you don't have to print that one. You can honestly just keep it on your cell phone or computer. Obviously though, feel free to scale the templates up or down depending on you if you want it to fit perfectly on your face. But this size is like perfect for me. Now that you got the templates printed, go ahead and cut them out. I personally like to cut outside the line, but when the line is breaking like this, I cut straight on it to be precise. But honestly, I don't think it's necessary. I'm gonna use this cute bird scissors I got, cause why not? By the way, these letter A pieces right here, I left them together. I'm just going to cut them apart on the actual material that I'm going to use. Now that you have your template, trace it on the material you're using for the mask. This time I'm using craft foam. On my Cherry Blossom Plague mask, I used watercolor paper and some cardboard. When you're done tracing, trace all of them again, but inverted. This is going to be the other half of your mask. And also, you don't have to duplicate this piece with letter I on it, because this piece goes on the middle part of the mask. Please make sure to mark your pieces with letters and dots like your template, and also which pieces are right or left part so you don't get confused later on. Be careful marking on craft foam too, because they don't bounce back. Cut them out and it's time to assemble. But first, I'm gonna cover my table with some cling wrap because it's super white and I don't want to ruin it. I'm going to use a glue gun for this. We're gonna glue the top part of the beak together first. Just using a not so sticky tape outside to keep them together while I glue the inside. And then the bottom part of the beak. Same thing, taped outside, then glue inside. Then I'm gonna glue the beaks together. This part is very tricky, so be careful. I had to glue outside because I can't necessarily glue inside anymore. Don't worry though, because we're going to hide the seams later. The beak is all done. Now glue the top part of the mask on the beak, like so. Glue the forehead part to give the mask a shape. but don't glue the middle together just yet, because remember the triangle with the letter I on it? That one goes to the middle. On to the goggles part. Letters F, G, and H, right and left. I measured an F piece on the eye socket of the mask, marked it, and trimmed it. Then I used that to measure the other F piece and trimmed it as well. Then I got into gluing. Then I glued the letters F onto the letters H. Lastly, I glued letters G on their letters H. Trim accordingly. And here is where we are going to use the reference image, putting on the detail parts. I left the letter A pieces together because I prefer that look on this mask, but if you want to make it look like the ones on my Cherry Blossom Plague mask, go ahead and cut it up and glue on little circles on it to give it a metal-like look that is like screwed together or something. Glue the other detail parts according to the reference image. If you mark your pieces correctly, then you shouldn't be confused where you're putting them, and just do some appropriate trimming. and onto the painting. And honestly, you can do whatever you want from here. Heck, you can even choose to not put on the detail parts. But if you want to make it look exactly like my cherry blossom plague mask, just go to that video. You'll see how I painted the cherry blossoms there and stuff. It's pretty easy. Click the eye on the top right or the link in the descriptions. But before that, finish this video first. The tutorial is not over. Right now I'm just coating my mask with white primer. Now my mask is completely white, and I actually talked to my dad and my brother about what to color it. My brother just wanted it black like a real plague doctor mask, but my dad suggested that I make it look like a myna bird. And I thought myna birds are cool and colorful, so I went with that. I painted an idea and showed it to dad, and he approves. By the way, I'm just using acrylic paints for this, and my decent acrylic paints are my fluorescent Liquitex basics. So yes, this glows under black light, which was freaking amazing. Painting is done. Now we have to put quote-unquote glasses on the goggles. But I'm just going to use blue cellophane again. I used the letter H template as a measurement and cut it smaller so it fits inside the goggles. We're almost there, just one more thing left. I got an elastic strip and measured it around my head, just guesstimating, but making sure it's not too long and loose and not too short and tight. And I glued it at the back of the mask, eye level, so when you wear it, the elastic strip should go right above your ears, not exactly on your ears. That may cause pain. That's it. I didn't bother putting another elastic strip because when I and my dad tried it on, the whole mask just snugged comfortably on our faces. But I suggest that you poke some holes under the beak, because if not, this happens when you breathe.
Oh goodness.
It can actually suffocate you, at least with this material. I could breathe fine with my first mask, which was made with watercolor papers. This one definitely needs some ventilation. However, that might be because it fits my face so perfectly. Just do whatever you need to do if you find your mask hard to breathe in. Anyway, thanks for watching, and you can definitely show your appreciation by liking this video. It's the cheapest, easiest, and fastest way to say thank you back for sure. Oh, and share this to anyone who would want to make their own plague mask. I dream we'd just all come out of our houses one day wearing plague doctor masks. We should start a cult. Also, I hope you enjoyed this video and find it super helpful. If you have mask suggestions or any questions, honestly, go comment down below. Take care, y'all, and I will see you on my next one. Bye! you.